you sign work, no be, you don't reach 2 months when you dey here, you never feel dey sew straight. I cried that day in the shop. I cried my eyes out. My eyes were red. Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Antonia, and today we'll be looking at apprenticeship versus online learning. So skill acquisition has been a thing for the past couple of years because many people are starting to realize that it's not enough to have a 9-to-5. You need to have additional skills that you can monetize and have as your side hustle. It's not bad that your salary is there, stable, but if you have something else that is giving you money, then we are good to go. It makes the journey even sweeter. And we hear this thing most especially in Nigeria: go learn work. We hear people say it to students who just finished secondary school, or maybe you're done with uni. We hear things like go learn work or go and look for a trade to learn. Let's go to the advantages and the disadvantages of apprenticeship and online skill acquisition. That's the reason why we are here. The first advantage of apprenticeship is that you learn people skill and communication skill. That is to say, you learn how to relate to people, you learn how to communicate with your customers, with people that supply you raw materials for your work, with people that you have around you, like the neighbors around your shop. Another advantage is that you learn how to manage resources effectively. So instead of wasting things or using your own discretion, you learn how to manage. For instance, I learned how to sew. If I'm thinking that 6 yards of lining will go for a particular style, maybe when you are now an apprentice, you see how your boss uses 3 yards of lining and it will be enough. Not all those wicked managerial, not those type that is not enough, do not do haphazard work. No, what I mean is you learn how to use things judiciously. Another advantage of apprenticeship is that it helps you stay committed to your growth, and it also helps you have something to look forward to. You're always looking forward to what you want to do the next day. You're looking forward to that next step that you're about to take. You're always looking forward to something. That way you'll be committed as opposed to just staying in your house and learning a skill. Another advantage is that you can easily practicalize what you learn. So they might teach you A today and you practicalize it that day, as opposed to online learning where you'd have to gather money to get whatever materials that you need to get. So let's move on to the disadvantages of apprenticeship. It can be boring if things are not shaking up. So you wake up in the morning, same routine. When you get to the shop, you sweep. When you do this, same routine. So it can get boring. It can get really boring. Another disadvantage is that if you have a toxic boss, learning can be very difficult. Either a boss that speaks negatively to you, a boss that always shouts. There are some bosses that they don't have fear of God. Sorry to say, they don't have room training, they lack manners, and they're bosses. So you'll be surprised your boss will be telling you, now you know go feel learn the work soon now, or idiot, rubbish, now make you know the poor down. Those kind of or bosses that feel that because you're an apprentice, you have automatically become their housemaid. So you will wash plates, you will cook food, you go and pick their children from school, you would help them iron their clothes, you help them wash, all in the name of apprenticeship. I say I want to learn tailoring. I did not say I want to learn how to do housework. Or maybe you came late, they want you to kneel down outside or clear grass. All those things, they are not. It's not nice. It's not nice at all. Learning can be difficult because just imagine now you came late. First of all, something held you back. I know as an apprentice, and I did it. As an apprentice. There are sometimes you might not feel motivated to go to work, and you didn't swagbe. What you used to say, you didn't swagbe. You now get to work late. You now say you should clear grass. Please, when you finish clearing grass, maybe you go and take your bath. But now there's no bathroom for you to go and take your bath. You will not stay with the body from morning till night. Please, what I'm learning, how will it enter my head? First of all, my body is itching me. I'm already sweating. You will not be telling me, use tight stitch. Fuck. Learning can also be difficult if your boss is not an expert in the field. So some bosses lie. They tell you that I know how to do this, I know how to do this, I know how to do this. At the end of the day, when you start working with them, you find out that they don't know time. They don't know shit. So it can be difficult because if I signed up to learn how to sew a corset, for instance, and you don't know how to sew a corset, and you're giving me flimsy excuses, you're not even willing to improve, you're telling me, I beg corsets, how they go do sew corsets, which kind of style be that one? Whoa, mind yourself. Mind you're waiting, you're safe. Another disadvantage of apprenticeship is that you are overly conscious of not making mistakes. So when you are doing things in the shop, you are like, make I no break needle, make I no spoil machine, make I no spoil this panel, make I no lose this nut. You're always thinking the negative. You're always thinking of that bad thing that you will do next, which is not good. You will not be able to learn well. You will not be free. You will not be relaxed to learn. Apprenticeship is not flexible, so you cannot do other things. You cannot do other things and be an apprentice. If you're an apprentice, you'll be focused on the apprentice. And this is not advisable for people that are married, that have children, that are nursing their children. It takes the grace of God and determination for you to be able to pull through, because you have children, you have a family, or you are in school. It just is a whole lot of work. So now let's move to the advantages of online skill acquisition. You can learn from the comfort of your home, anywhere you are in the world. You can be even in a vehicle traveling, you're learning. It's not confined. You don't have to resume every day. You don't have resumption time like apprenticeship that you resume by 8 o'clock, close by 6 p.m. You don't have anything like that. Anytime you are ready to do it, you are free to do it at any place. You can even be learning inside your toilet. Another advantage is that you learn from multiple teachers. So apprenticeship, you have one boss, or maybe in some cases two. That's if they own the shop jointly. But you have multiple teachers. There are so many creators, so many content creators for different niches online, for different skills. You can learn from 1,001 of them, and it helps you to be more grounded. You learn different technique styles, so you can even coin out your own strategy or coin out your own pattern of doing things from those things you've learned online. Another advantage is that you learn at your convenience and at your pace. Nobody is going to be putting it in your face that you've been here for 3 months and you cannot sew straight. Nobody is going to tell you that when you sign work, you don't reach 2 months when you dey here, you never feel the sew straight, or you never feel the mash machine well, or you never feel the cut. So nobody is going to do that. So you can decide to learn at midnight. You can decide to learn at 2 p.m. You can decide to learn in the evening. You can decide to learn early in the morning. Another advantage of online skill acquisition is that it's cheaper. Agreement fee sometimes 50,000 and above. If you cheap you have great interest in something, but you don't have 50,000 naira, you can go online. If you never have 50,000 naira, you have 100 naira, you can do 9th plan. So 100 naira is 1 gigabyte, and with 1 gigabyte you can download up to 10 videos of that particular thing you want to learn from different creators. So if you spend your time watching 10 videos, sometimes you might not finish the 10 videos. Maybe you watch 5 in a day till the next, so 3 days now you already have videos that you want to watch and learn with. So you cannot compare 200 naira or maybe 500 naira in a month to 70,000 naira. So let's move to the disadvantages of online skill acquisition. The first disadvantage of online skill acquisition is that you tend to be lazy. Since you have no boss, you have nobody telling you do this, do that, you are like, I will do it later. I'm not just in the mood. You tend to put up things that you're supposed to do, forgetting that learning actually takes time. And since you're learning on your own, you have to motivate yourself enough to be able to get the results you want to get. It's not like when your madam insults you. I remember there was something that my own madam told me that I had to challenge myself. I told myself that before December, I'll be able to make my own dress. And by December, I was able to make my dress. I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. So another disadvantage is that you tend to be complacent. It's closely linked to lazy. So you are comfortable with where you are. Sometimes you might see something, you might feel that, I don't look at her, I don't know her. But sometimes you have to actually practice. You don't say you know something by just looking at it. You have to practice. This disadvantage applies when you are in Nigeria or other parts of Africa where there is no stable electricity. Light can frustrate somebody. When there is no electricity, you cannot learn because your phone will be flat. How will you, even if you have laptop, how will your laptop, the battery will run down now. Sometimes network, oh Jesus. Please, let's not go back. I used to usually buy data when there is light, so that if I use the phone throughout the night to do whatever thing I want to do, I just plug my phone, charge, sleep. When I wake up in the morning, I watch the lessons I've downloaded. I'm waiting for 11 o'clock to reach, or you're waiting for 12 midnight to reach so that you can start using the data. NEPA automatic lights. Sometimes now when there will be lights throughout the night, maybe now I'm going to buy data, or there will be data, you will not have money, there will be no network. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that apprenticeship is a good thing. You learn people's skill and how to manage resources, but also learning online gives you opportunity to learn from different creators and at a cheaper rate. Do take care of yourself. I'll see you in my next video.